Good morning. Welcome to Unity Longmont Spiritual Center on the 16th of January, 2022. And we are very blessed to have Teresa Storch provide us with music and to have Bobbie Wilson provide us with the talk and meditation. So we'll begin with a piece of music, please, Teresa.
Hi. So, as I always do, I asked Bobbie, what's her theme? She told me faith. And that is such a broad topic. So I have a few songs. This first one's sort of about having faith that you'll find the one, or finding love. So, one I wrote. Let me know if you can. Does that sound okay? We hadn't sound checked. There were words in your glance and on my back. I felt your hands. There was intention I had not known. But I will find you before I go home. And there was a frost that was on the lawn. And there was goose flesh that was on my arms, 'cause I was outside, but you were warm. And I will find you before I go home. I was lost, but now you're found. I may be far, but not for long. There may be mountains that I will climb, but just keep in mind, I will run, I may hide, and it just might take me some time. 'Cause I am water, but you are stone. And I will find you, yes, I will find you. I will find you before I go home.
Teresa, thank you for that beautiful song and the lyrics. It's at this time that we go into prayer together. We do that by taking a breath, being aware of our bodies, our minds, our sacred hearts. Beloved presence, everywhere present. We are so glad to join together this morning to celebrate life. And we acknowledge the difficulties so many people are going through right now. And when we feel helpless and hopeless, let us find reminders of our divinity and our connection to each other. Let us hold each other gently and comfort each other. It is with this intention that we say thank you, and so it is. We will have more music from Teresa.
Thank you. So this one is another faith in knowing you're doing the right thing, I think. I wrote this when I was leaving a home, leaving a lovely home I had with many friends back at East and coming back here to Colorado. So it's called Time to Go. To write with no reason in mind, just sit with my books while the church bells chime, enjoy this old back porch one last time. The last days of summer, it's 2008, time for decisions. I'll set my own fate. The withering leaves, no time for debate. 'Cause I know I need to go. And I know it's time to go. I found a love, it fills up this room, and the nights of music always end too soon. With the friends who understand, there are things I must do. I do believe you can't go home again, no, 'cause everything is different at the end. But I don't mind, I just wanna hold your hand and say, hey, it's gonna be okay. Hey, you'll be okay. But I know I need to go. I know it's time to go. But there is a place I know I'll end up, and it will be filled with a new kind of love, telling me there is nothing to be scared of. There's nothing to be scared of. There's nothing to be scared of.
Again, thank you, Teresa, so much for that majesty. So let us open our hearts and our minds to Bobbie, and take it away, Bobbie. We're not all lip readers. I do pretty well, but
You're muted. Oh no.
Here I am. Okay,
thank you. Thank you.
so I got in meditation that the topic today would be faith. And like Teresa said, that's a broad topic. How am I going to deal with that? And so it's interesting. I kind of wrote half my talk yesterday, and I knew there was more coming. But it wasn't until I was taking a walk this morning when I heard, okay, you're going to read this to them. And that was my journal. So I'm going to start with the half I wrote yesterday, and then we'll see where it goes. So let me just pull this up here. So faith can mean different things to us. We use the word faith often and loosely without really looking at what we mean by it. It can mean that we have faith in something coming true. I have faith that you will be home by dinner time. It is an expectation of something we imagine coming to pass. Faith is often tied to a belief. We have faith in something tangible, like the sun coming up in the morning. I mean, I truly believe that tomorrow the sun will come up and there will be a tomorrow. I have faith in that. But that is really a belief in repetitive experience. The sun has always come up. There have always been tomorrows in my experience and in the experience of everyone I know now and in the past. So our faith is in that things will be as they always have been. And this is faith in the seen and known. And it depends on the five senses. If I can see it, hear it, taste it, smell it, feel it, I believe it is true and I have faith in it. So that's one level of faith. It's like the skeptic level of faith. If I can't tangibly grasp onto it, then I don't have faith in it. But faith can be tied to a belief, again, in the unseen, unknown, such as God. But often, and even at the level of the unseen and the unknown, we make God into an object. We try to describe God as if God were an entity operating out there outside of us. The tendency with this kind of faith is to tie it to a creed or a belief system. We attribute to God behavior that our minds can grasp. We try to understand our God so as to please God and to obey God so God will favor us. We have faith in the imagined God. We imagine or image the unknown. We put context around it. We put tangible thoughts and images around it, and then believe in our image of it. So basically, God then is something our mind can grasp in that type of belief, in that type of faith. But then there is another level of faith that has no concept or image of an object to believe in. For example, we have faith in divine order, even when things look chaotic. Even when, with this faith, we can find no way for our mind to grasp it. It feels like a knowing, but we can't describe it. It is a knowing of the unknown that defies explanation, conceptualization, thought, image, idea, or reason. It's not logical. It is a resting into that which is. It is a trusting in being, the being that inhabits our conjoined soul, our oneness. This beingness that we share, and we all share it, it's our oneness, is worthy of our faith in it. We cannot imagine what oneness is or how it operates or fills the infinity of existence. We cannot imagine it. Yet we know without a shadow of a doubt that we exist. That's the one thing. We know we are. And that isness, that beingness, a tiny portion of which we can validate through our five senses. You know, here I am, I have skin, I have hands, I have a head. That shows me a physical portion of my beingness. But that beingness is also the stuff of the universe. It's the stuff of everything. It's the stuff of it, all the physicality. It's the stuff of all the energy. It's the stuff of all the planets, and it's the non-stuff beyond the universe. It's the holes, the space, the whatever. It is all that is. It is and it's hard to talk about because it can't be described. It's unfathomable. Personally, I find there is immense grace in letting myself fall away into the unknown. Incredible rest is in not knowing, just trusting, faithing, if you will, in what appears, in what is. So I see myself, there's an image I once saw of a figure. It might be a tarot card, I'm not sure, but the figure's falling, and he's got a hand behind his back, and he's just leaning back and crossing his legs and enjoying the fall. That's faith. That's saying, I don't know what comes next, but here I am. I'm present. Okay, so much for the abstract consideration of faith. What about when it gets real? What about mass shootings, pandemics, destructive wildfires, loss of homes, loss of loved ones? How can these catastrophes be seen in the light of faith? It seems separating and disdainful to tell those who are suffering to have faith, doesn't it? Like we are giving them a recipe to heal themselves. You go have faith. Well, we can feel safe from the pain they are suffering. So what do we do that can help? How does faith fit into a real, worldly, messy existence? Well, it shows up, doesn't it, as an impulse to join, to share, to be with each other, to give and receive. These are affirmations of our oneness. On this earthly plane, we demonstrate oneness by being with. Faith is evidenced when we sit with a sick person, not doing anything, just being there. In that act, we recognize our oneness. We recognize the only way we can truly communicate with each other is to share another's pain, to share another's joy, to share another's confusion, to share in the uncertainty of human life, to be in the energy of the oneness of all of us, in the humanness of all of us. So this past week, I was doing some work on the divine feminine, doing some meditations on that. And we all, as you know, are feminine and masculine. For me, most of my life has taken place using my masculine energy. Organizing, ordering, not being too tuned into my emotions, etc. But over the years, I've been being shown my own feminine. And as part of that, I did meditations with the Divine Mother. And the very first aspect of the Divine Mother I was shown was faith. She showed me that the times I had faith were the times that I stepped forward in a certainty, even though there was fear. They didn't always result in having what I wanted. Some outcomes of following the guidance in faith were difficult. When I didn't have faith, though, I suffered in trying to hold the whole world on my shoulders, trying to control everything. Most of my working years and many other times were times I felt I had to make my world work. There was no connection at that point. However, there is an underlying ease to faith that carries me through hard times. With faith, the hard decisions are made in the knowing that whatever I decide, I am held and nothing else matters. So faith is one aspect of divine femininity. Another aspect is service, being a servant. Being a servant is not making the world different. It is seeing the world differently. Service is my nature, it's your nature, it's our nature, because we all contain the divine feminine. When I resist being with what is, I am resisting my nature. I can resist it all I want, but it is still my nature, as it is for all of us. Service is letting the divine feminine move through us, do whatever is needed in the moment. It can take any form. It's important also to see the service in all the little things that we do. We support others and we support ourselves. Service gives freely without sacrifice. It isn't sacrifice. It is freely contributing out of abundance. We have the energy to do whatever is our particular service in any moment. Resistance is what takes energy. Service flows with expanded energy. So service is another aspect of divine femininity. Another aspect is caretaker and nurturer. When I was a young mother, taking care of a young child, it often felt like sacrifice. I wanted to get done with those duties and as fast as I could so I could get on with my life. I thought I was giving away something I could not get back. I was unaware of what that experience was giving me back. True caretaking is more like taking care of my doggies later on in life, Mandy and Cody. They were not taking me away from my life because they were part of my life. And that's how I expanded over my life to where my life incorporated all around me. The energy of taking care of anyone feels like flowing out of love, flowing out of love. And if kept coming in as it flowed out, the love kept coming in as it flowed out. The role of caretaker is in my nature, it's in your nature. And to resist it, like I did when I was a young mother, feels like sacrifice. The energy of sacrifice feels like the energy of fear. Opening to our true nature automatically releases the energies of caretaking and nurturing. These energies are boundless and filling and refilling. To stop them feels like clenching and tightening worry, fear, and resentment. Often caretaking is not easy when I need help. So asking for help from other caregivers is caregiving to myself. We are the mother and the child. Another aspect of the divine feminine is supporter. Supporter is second billing, it's not top billing. It's often in the background, it's often not given rewards or accolades. But for me, the supporting role is so natural that I prefer to be it. So it's interesting for me to look at where I'm hiding out by choosing to support and where I am refusing to support because I judge the person I am supporting to be unworthy. If I judge the beliefs of someone to be wrong or bad, I often withdraw my support. It's interesting to look at where I choose to give someone's belief system that power. But I find I can support the true nature of anyone, regardless of the beliefs they hold. I have a friend, for example, who has really the opposite beliefs of me. I find that with faith, I can jump over her beliefs and lend her my support without even touching her beliefs. For they are not her. They have no power in our relationship because I don't resist them or support them. They are not who she is, and I can see that. So, true support is seeing the God in others and joining with that God to reflect back to them their true nature. I'm doing that. And I'm well supplied, and so are you, to do that by nature, by our divine nature. Another aspect of the divine mother, the divine feminine, is purity. It doesn't mean we have to purify ourselves. Purity is just that singular assurance that the divine mother, the divine feminine's voice is never separate from us. It is that pure knowing that that is what guides us. It is knowing that because the divine feminine is our true nature, we are pure. It is knowing that there is no Bobbie who is tainted. There is no struggle to become pure, no sins to wash away, no penance to do. Just to listen to what's already there within me and within you, as me and as you. The divine feminine doesn't fight for her rights. She's everywhere and in all beings, in the masculine, in the feminine. She is one. She does not occupy a place at God's table. She is God and the table and all who sit there. She is here when I am frightened, lost in my little self, angry. I am still at the table, even in those states within her. Another aspect of divine feminine is the comforter. Not the fixer, not the helper per se, not the bystander, but the beholder, the feeler, being comfortable in the presence of someone's suffering, which can only happen if I am comfortable in the presence of my own feelings of suffering. I can be most helpful as a comforter when I know that despite the overwhelming shock and angst of suffering, there is presence. And I am a comforter when I can be with presence and experience the pain of suffering, my own or someone else's. I've not been comfortable being a comforter in the past. I could not comfort my mother. Did not want to touch her when she was in so much pain. I always diverted into the fixer role because I did not want to feel my own pain, which was triggered by the pain of others. I was afraid of the suffering I saw and wanted to control the world to reduce my own exposure to suffering. But I'm beginning to see that another's suffering is also mine. And the role of comforter is to give the space for suffering, Mother Teresa style. Be with it. It is not going to end as long as there is separation. And there is the presence of the comforter which inhabits us and is our true nature. We have the innate ability to comfort. Another aspect of divine feminine is strength. The feminine form of strength is the bending and yielding like a willow tree that bends and yields when the wind blows, but it's strong at the core. It withstands, it holds, it maintains. It's forever connected to source, regardless of the winds, fires, and lost attachments. When I tried to force my strength, I would break or become exhausted. I might yell at someone to do what I wanted them to do. I might grind or force an outcome that left me feeling depleted. But the strength of the feminine feels like a rod of lightning up my spine that will not fail, deplete, or fade. We are still here, flowing, yet rooted. Another aspect of unconditional love is unconditional love. This is another aspect of the divine feminine. This type of love does not need a reason to be. It does not need something to attach to. It does not need the ideal person or the ideal situation or the ideal child. This type of love is always there. It's constant. It's not just for the special people in our lives or special achievers, not just for the deserving, but for all. To give unconditional love is to let go of judging. It is an outpouring of the joy of God into all beings. It is unstoppable, yet can be unnoticed. One can feel unlovable and unloved, and still unconditional love will allow that and still love them. So we can feel like we're not experiencing unconditional love, but it is still there. It is still all around us, and it is part of us. We are loved, not because we are worthy or needy, but because we are. And it's our true nature. And as our true nature, it is ours to extend. Not to direct to particular people necessarily, not to decide where it goes or who should receive it, but to know they already have it. Just beam it out and open up to give and receive it. Unconditional love is the stuff of the universe. It is untamed joy expanding. We are all divine mother. We are all divine feminine. Even if there is no indication of these aspects of divine mother that I can see in myself or in someone else, I know there is the spark, the pilot light that burns in them with divine mother energy. Be with that spark. Speak to that spark. Even with the most atrocious human beings that ever lived, buried under their great fear is that spark. And so I am reminded of our mission statement. Which is now escaping my memory, but I have it here somewhere. I guess I don't. But our mission statement is, excuse me, technical difficulties. our mission statement is that we see the divine in all. We courageously see the divine in all. And this divine feminine teaches us how to do that, how to be. Even the energy of our presence brings in all those aspects of the divine feminine. So as we become willing and courageous enough to be with the world as it appears to us, that energy that we hold in ourselves will come pouring forth to be shared and touch that same energy in other people. And it's by seeing God everywhere and in everyone that we know we hold him, her. And so let's just close our eyes for a moment and take a deep breath. And as we do, open your heart, open your mind, open your energy to receive, to know, to give all that divinity that you are, that moves through you in abundance and immensity and touches everything, everywhere, always. Bring that out with you now as we close this talk. And so it is.
Thank you so much, Bobbie, for sharing your divine wisdom and truth and embodying the divine feminine and reminding us that we do also. Thank you. So we will hear a piece of music from Teresa.
Would sadness go away if I dispelled my greed and gave it all to someone else in need? Would hatred disappear if I planted the seed and gave my love to those who made me bleed? 'Cause I'm so tired of this pain, 'cause no one understands my need for change. If I walked the pilgrim's path, could I become a saint and give myself completely to restraint? Could I see all my faults as a chance for love? Would it make me wise, make me humble enough? 'Cause I'm so tired of this pain, and no one understands my need for change. Loved the world enough, could I see the face of God? Could I see the face of God? Could I see the face God.
Thank you for that blessing, Teresa. It's at this time that we go into our donation of love and light by taking a breath, placing our hands on our heart, being aware of that love and light, that divinity within us, aware of the vastness of it. And we simply allow it to expand beyond ourselves and to be shared with whoever may need it. And we know this divine love and light is of the Comforter. And as it expands, so do we. And we remember we can do this sharing at any time, simply by pausing and allowing. And so it is. We will finish with a piece of music from Teresa.
Since we talk so much about divine feminine, I thought Happy Girl would be a good, song of mine that's a divine feminine-ish song. Sometimes I get sad. I am a happy girl. I have an open heart. I have an open heart. Though sometimes I feel bad, have an open heart. And I love this world, even when it hurts. I am a happy girl. I am a happy soul. And though sometimes I get mad, I have a peaceful soul. I have a quiet mind. I have a quiet mind. And though sometimes I react, I have a quiet mind. And I love this world, even when it hurts. I am a happy girl. I'm a happy girl.